So let's take an example, sir. So at present, let's say if you are identifying an investment opportunity, okay, the promoter is coming to you or you meet the promoter. What we want to understand now is two parts. One is the quantitative side, which is the numbers part about the company. One is the qualitative side, which is the promoters part, the management, quality, corporate governance, etc. If you can break this answer down into two parts, like giving an example कि आपने numbers ये देखे ये company में at present आप कैसे evaluate करोगे, कौन से metrics को कितना weightage दोगे, and then management quality के कितना weightage दोगे, क्या पूछोगे उनसे. So that'll be very easier for all of us to understand your mindset.
It's a very complicated question. I really, my first point of entry, Kushal, is that I will look at the market cap of a business. What is the value the market is ascribing to that business? और मुझे लगता है कि ये, is it below the intrinsic value? Is it higher than the intrinsic value? To me, that's the thing. A lot of people spend a lot of time on earnings, quarter में क्या हुआ, margins expand हुआ कि नहीं, EBITDA के times के, I really don't pay attention to that. I pay a lot of attention to market cap. I try to get in at a what I think is a decent market cap. The second thing I look for is what is the trigger for change? What can happen in the company, or why should it go up? Why should the market reward if it goes up? And third, I'll obviously look at the promoter and the debt in those companies out there. But that is always with reward to a risk. You could have bought the best run company in India in 93 in Lever and didn't make money for 10 years in that, because it was the best company and everyone knew it and it was priced to be the best company. So how did it benefit you from that? So we always try to find the ones that are cheap relative to what their expected values are. For example, आप PSU की बात कर रहे थे, when these defense companies recently listed out there, मेरे जो BSE में ऑफिस के सामने से मेरे को सब PSU शेयर्स दिखते हैं, शिपयार्ड्स जो हैं, सब शिपयार्ड्स एकदम मुफ्त के दाम में मिल रहे थे, relatively speaking. But the good news is that they had order books of 5, 7 years. 25,000 crore, 50,000 crore की order book थी. They had dividend yields coming out there. And basically, we knew the government wouldn't mess around with the defense companies, that they would, be allowed to do what they want to do. And those stocks ultimately became 20, 30, 40x in the period of 5 years or so. So I think what helped me was that, A, you do your homework. Second, the starting point was so low. ये 1,000 crore, 2,000 crore में कंपनियां मिल रही थी, जो आज 1 लाख करोड़, 50,000 crore की होगी मार्केट कैप. So अगर आप स्टार्ट करो राइट पॉइंट, एंड 2,000 crore जो भी मिल रही थी, they had cash on their books to justify that 2,000 crore. So basically the whole business was getting for free. So that is a good way to analyze, I feel. What I find very important to do is, I've been very lucky in this, that जो bull markets चालू होते हैं इंडिया में, every bull market will have leadership. जैसे आप जानते हैं 92 में सीमेंट थी, 2000 में टेक्नोलॉजी थी, अभी 2019 में जो bull market चालू हुआ कोविड में, that is led by the public sector stocks. I've been able to get in front and identify the market leadership at that time. For whatever reason, luck बोल दीजिए, किस्मत बोल दीजिए, skill बोल दीजिए, I'm not telling you what it is, but I've been able to do that. So I've been able to get in front of that. और जब सबसे ज्यादा पैसा bull market में बनता है, by getting the leadership right. Understanding where the leadership is, again, in 2000, if you bet on the technology companies, Infosys, Wipro, you made tons of money. Even in bad companies, even in good companies, you made money. The rest of the market was not doing much. So the same thing happened here. For the first 3-4 years bull market, PSUs बढ़ते थे. Baki Lever, HDFC banks barely moved in the market. So I think identifying the leadership has been very helpful. And we spend a lot of time trying to think about that. Whenever a bear market is there, instead of being very nervous or crying or not happy, we try and think, what will propel this market higher? What is the next bull market sector? So that has been very helpful.
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.